be able to have people that can write programs to figure out how you can continue to build performance. In these puzzles, you'll be an artist that uses a pencil to draw different shapes, so wherever your artist goes, it will draw a line behind them. To move around the canvas, you'll use the Move Forward block. Here, the Move Forward block says move forward by 100 pixels. When we hit Run, what happens? The artist moves forward a certain amount, and that amount is 100 pixels. Pixels are basically very tiny squares on your computer screen. The other block we have in this puzzle says turn right by 90 degrees. And when we drag that out, that makes our artist turn a certain amount. So you can play around with how far you want the artist to turn. This is a 90-degree turn. And this is a 120-degree turn. And remember, you can change these values by clicking the arrows next to the numbers for pixels and degrees. Enjoy drawing with your artist.
Animals and set them right in front of my sister to blow out. That's when it finally happened. I had this mental moment of all the pent up hate mentally flashing before me. And then I started.
Hi, I'm an artist. You can write codes to make me draw almost anything. Play with the blocks in the toolbox to see what they do. So this is basically like just free play. So if I do move forward, well, we should know what a repeat is. So if I do move forward, turn right, and I also have to make sure to attach it to the run, and set color to a random color, because then it will be a random color each time. So then if I do it again, it should be random. It really likes doing that. Like these are the colors that are there. So I could then set it to that. And I'm guessing jump forward will make it so that it doesn't leave anything. Yeah, I didn't leave anything there. And now I'm going to move on to the next one. Let's make a cage for my pet monster. Drag blocks onto the screen to have the artist draw over the green lines in the picture. Each line is 100 pixels long. So that's already been drawn, so if we move forward, we'll move here. We then end up, we turn left and move forward again. So we should then be there. And it was right. And now we're going to watch this video.
Here we're going to use the repeat block to help us save steps when we're programming our artist. We already have some blocks out on our stage, but they're just there to get us started. To loop those blocks 4 times to draw the whole square, we just drag out the repeat block and put the move forward and turn right blocks inside the repeat block. When we hit run, the artist will repeat those steps 4 times to complete the square.
This spaceship needs a window. Each side of the inner square is 100 pixels and all of the angles are 90 degrees. So we can either just do it place it multiple times, or we can just let it repeat, which is the easier way, as it was shown in the video. Oh no, Starless pet alien just flew away. Let's help the space woman. Finish Starla's rocket so she can chase her pet. Each side of the triangle is 100 pixels long and has 120-degree outer angles. So if we move that, we can then turn 120 degrees, and we'll only have to repeat it 3 times because there's only 3 sides of the triangle. This is a challenge puzzle, which is optional, but let's do it. This tag is a special one. Can you figure out how to draw the outline? The long side is 150 pixels, and each of the short sides are 75 pixels. So it's first going to move 150 pixels. I accidentally pressed 2. And then we have to find out the degree to turn. I'm first going to try turning 45 degrees. And that's actually what it is. So if I then do 75 pixels and then turn right again 45 and then move forward 75. I actually think there's a way I can do this like differently. So if I go like that, there's 2 sides, so if I do that twice, and then I end up in this there, so then I will repeat it twice. And it seemed that it didn't repeat it twice. Let's see it slowly. You can change the speed so you're able to debug it. Okay, so since I turned 45 degrees, I then have to turn 90. So if I then do it like that, it's then going to go like that. So I set it to 90. Should work then. And it hasn't turned the 45 degrees at the end. And as you can also see, there's a certain number of blocks that you're able to use. Okay, so you can correct. This is another challenge puzzle here. You can create the star by looping a sequence of move forward and turn right by 144 degrees blocks. So 200 pixels should be how much it is, and I can only use one of them. So if I move forward and then turn right 144 degrees, well, if I do that, I'll then be there, and so I don't think I actually, like, I'm just going to set it to a high number. I press have a mistake. So I'm going to set it to a high number, which should work. It goes over it twice, but it still works. So the proper amount of times to repeat it should be 5. Loops sure make writing code easier. Use the loops to draw the staircase. Each stair step is 50 pixels long and 50 pixels tall. You'll need to turn 90 degrees in each direction. So we can only use 2 of these. So it's going to be move forward, turn right, move forward, turn left. So that should then work. So it should go that, so it should actually be 3 times. This staircase is much bigger, but it takes the same amount of code as the last puzzle. Fix this loop to complete the puzzle. So, oh wait, it is actually the same one, but you need to do it 3 more times, so it's 6. And the final level is a challenge puzzle. So we need to make this code shorter. And these are all the same thing being repeated. So all we need to do is just put a repeat. So it does it once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be 8 times. And that was a challenge puzzle. Like, these are also lesson 4 challenges. They're bonus levels that you're able to do. But that's all that we're going to do today. Bye!
All right, so
So can you please raise your hand if you want to lead? So I'm going to put everyone's hands down. Just a second.
David? Are you a boy or a girl?
And you must have done the level if you want to lead as well. So I'm going to wipe it again. So you have to be wanting to lead and you have to do the level.
Does it
You
have
have
to
to
be,
have the level done that was on there.
does it have to be that you have done all of it, all of
No,
the
the level that was just shown on the screen.
yeah, but do you have to do everything on that level?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, the rooms will be made, and in just a second you'll be directed to your rooms, and you'll lead in there,
You say who's lead first.
holding your if you're putting your hand up and you've done the level that was on the screen, you're going to be leading in the room.
Joshua,
Huh?
I've not done.
the level.
I've started the level, but I've done some. I've done some, but I've not actually done the level. So can I be assistant and not lead?
I want people that have done the level, right? So that this is basically paying people that have gone ahead to do something. So yeah, so those ones that
Okay.
have done the level, right? Because when they go into the room, they can assist other people, right? To be able for them to be able to catch up. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, if you going forward, if you want to be a lead in the room, I want you to have done something, right? So before you come for the class, so if that's okay. So okay, all right. So you need to raise your hand, not on the chat, okay? Not on the chat. You need to raise your hand up. So I know some people are sending the chat to raise their hand up. Okay. So in your group as a lead, I'm expecting that you've already done this, okay? So then you can ask someone that is, I've got issues, right? So that you can help them to be able to carry along. Okay. So in room 1, you're going to have Yasera in room 1. So as a lead in room 1. So then in room 2, we have Peace will be leading room 2. Peace, you're going to go to room 2. Room 3, you have David OM. David, you're going to be in room 3. Is it room 3 that you have to be? Yeah, room 3, David. Yeah. In room 4, we have Teila. In room 4, Teila, you're going to be in room 4. Let me put you in room 4. Okay, so then in room 5, you are, so, okay, I think we only have room 4. Okay, so then Tolu, you're going to assist in room 1. Tolu in room 1. So Tolu and Yasere in room 1. Tolu, room 1. So you guys should help other people in room 1. Then Oluwatomisin, you're going to be in room 2. Damilare, you're going to be in room 3. Damilare, room 3. So room 4, I've got Amatu Anan, room 4. Then room 1, Edred, and room 2, Praise. Yeah. So then room 2 is Praise in room 2. Okay. All right, cool. So you're going to have, in this room, you're going to have 15 minutes, okay? Okay, all right, cool. That is you. Okay.
Excuse me, please, sir. I'm not in a team. Excuse me, please, sir. I'm not in a team. Hello, Gladius. Excuse me, please. I don't know what to do. I just joined it because of I mistakenly left again.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. So let's start with room one. How did you go in room one?
Room one went well. We got through everyone, but we just needed like a little bit more time to go through someone else. But it went well.
Okay, all right, that's good. Joshua, are you in room 1?
So
Okay, all right, let's move to room 2. Room 2, how did it go? Who's
it
the
went
lead
good,
in room
but
2?
only to
The lead? Who's the lead in room 2?
me, peace.
Okay, please. Okay.
It went well, but only 2 people need help. We're in the middle of helping someone.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I know there's not a lot of time, so we only got 1 hour for this anyway. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, well done, guys. So room 3, room 3. Room 3, is that David?
Yeah, room 3, we were able to help someone, and then after someone else needed help, but we didn't get to finish helping them.
Okay, cool. That's fine. That's brilliant. So room 4.
Room 4 went well. Only one person needed help because they forgot the sign-in code.
Okay.
And then after that, we just did the bonus levels. And when the breakout rooms finished, we were just doing the second bonus level.
Okay, all right. So that well done, guys. So yeah, thanks for that feedback. Well done for that work. Yeah, I know I was in all these rooms and I can hear you are really collaborating and also doing lots of things. Well done. And today is really very interesting, actually. So I've got some questions that someone actually has. Enio Lua is do you want to unmute? What password are you looking for? Enio Lua, what password?
I'm looking for the code.how password.
Okay, for the code, not the password. So yeah. So and I'll ask these guys to send anyone that I've got the code. Can you send it out to everybody now, please? Yeah, the code to the and I think even talking about that, you need to watch the video and all that. So because it's in the video that we did, I want to send it to you now. Okay, so you need to watch the video. In the video, you will see the code that you need to use for this purpose. So I'll send that now as well. I think these guys are also kind of sending it. Thank you, guys. So yeah, so this particular video, so let me share my screen. So for everyone that is still here and you don't know what to do, so okay, so if you search for Coding for Kids by Kids, Coding for Kids by Kids on YouTube, okay, so that should bring this one to you. So then you click on this one, right, which is the Coding for Kids by Kids logo, go to live, right, and I think if you go to playlist as well, you will see it on the playlist. Yeah, Introduction to Computer, right? So if you go here, you will see that one. So yeah, this is the sorry. Okay, all right, that's not for me. Okay, so if you go to live, actually, if you go to live, you will see this particular introduction to programming, how to register and log in. So yeah, you need to look into that. I'll send this one to you now again. So that shows how to log in and how to register. Okay. So, and the code has been sent out again. Yeah. Okay. So now for those guys that still want to go back to what we did today, you are still struggling with that. This is what we did today. The drawing with loops, that is what we did today. So you can go through that video and watch it again. So yeah, I'm sending the video again. That is the video for what we did today, drawing with loops. Loops is very good feature in programming. You need to know how to do that. You need to know, yeah. So once you need to identify the sequence, the pattern, once you know the pattern and you think, oh, this is repeating itself, I don't need to do that several times. And instead of repeating yourself, you just put it in the repeat block, right? Which is a loop. Then and you put the number of time you want it to kind of repeat itself. So that's what we've established today using this particular game. Okay. All right. Any questions? So any question? If you raise your hand up, I will call you before we start the Python class. Okay. Treasure.
Excuse me, please, sir. I was in the group, so I didn't know what happened in the group, sir.
Okay. So that's why I said in the group, this guy went through the lesson 4. So if you go to that YouTube that I sent to you, you can look into what we've done today. That is drawing with loops. That's what we've done today. Okay. Farida Suleiman.
Yeah, so my question is, when we do Python, are we going to be doing breakout rooms or not today?
Yeah, if you have time, we'll do breakout room today as well. So I think we just need to get to it quickly. Yeah. So yeah, Kemi. Okay, I think okay, all right, cool. So now let's go to the next one. Who can remind us where we stop at? Okay, Tolu, you got your answer. So, okay, someone can shout it out. So, okay, any other? Yeah, where did we stop with the Python? You can type it as well. I think, yeah, just type, who knows where we stopped in Python.
Sorry, I wasn't unmuted. Is it updating variable?
Okay.
Arithmetic.
Arithmetic variables. So I think we've,
Bring in console output.
Okay, can you type, let's say, can everyone type where you think we stopped? Yeah. So then I'll come and I'll share my screen so that you can see. So someone is saying arithmetic, someone is saying. So we've done variables. I think we finished variables. Yeah. So we did, so quickly, I will let you know. So last week we kind of did the arithmetics as well. We did the arithmetics. So that is already done. So we also did the variables as well. So we did the variables. Yeah. So we did the variable, we did the arithmetics, including that as well. So, and yeah, I think someone is saying string. Yeah, I think so in the arithmetics, if you guys remember, that's when we did this particular big, who can remember? Yeah, thank you. Someone already said, yeah, we did the modular and arithmetics. Yeah, thank you so much. That's what we did that time. So today we're going to carry on from there. So we know that, yeah, modular is just a remainder anyway, so isn't it? So okay, so today we're going to look into updating variables. How do we update variables? So I'm going to share my screen, then we'll look into that. Okay, updating variables in Python. That is what we're going to look into. Okay, let me share my screen.
Changing the contents of a variable is one of the essential operations. As the flow of a program progresses, data should be updated to reflect changes that have happened. In the above example, we start with 50 fish in the local pond. After catching 10 fish, we update the number of fish in the ponds to be the original number of fish in the pond minus the number of fish caught. At the end of this code block, the variable fish caught in pond is equal to 40. Updating a variable by adding or subtracting a number to its original value is such a common task that it has its own shorthands to make it faster and easier to read. In the above example, we use the price of a sandwich to calculate sales tax. After calculating the tax, we add it to the total price of the sandwich. Finally, we complete the transaction by reducing our money in wallet by the cost of the sandwich with tax. The instructions are this. We're trying to figure out how much it rained in the past year. Update to the annual rainfall variable to include the values from September to December. So, January to June rainfall. So it has these numbers. And annual rainfall, it equals January to June rainfall. So then if I do another one, so I can then do September to December. September to December rainfall. Okay. So now that I've created that, I can then add all those numbers together. I accidentally put that there. So now that I'm back on the right one, I can then put the 4.06 and the annual rainfall should then be the January to June rainfall plus September to December rainfall. So to see it, let's just print it. And now let's see what the result is. But now there's an error in line 2. Okay, so let's check. Well, there's a name error and it says it isn't defined. So the error is probably that is probably how it is. So I'm going to copy this and replace that. Now let's see now. But it still says it isn't defined. I just figured out the reason. The reason it isn't defined is because it says it should plus before it's actually defined. So you have to make sure if you're going to use it, you have to put it there first. So the answer is 45.21. Comment. Most of the time, code should be written in such a way that it's easy to understand on its own. However, if you want to include a piece of information to explain a part of your code, you can use the hashtag sign. A line of text preceded by a hashtag, it's called a comment. The machine does not run this code. It is only for humans to read. When you look back at your code later, comments may help you figure out what it was intended to do. Add a comment above the declaration of city pop with a description of what you think the variable contains. So I'm going to go guess that the city population is there. Okay, the city pop is probably just the city population. Okay. Okay, so city pop means the city population. I'm going to run that, and as you can see, it doesn't affect anything. Numbers. Variables can also hold numeric values. The simplest kind of number in Python is the integer, which I've mentioned, which is a whole number with no decimal point. A number with a decimal point is called a float. You can define float with numbers after the decimal point, or just by including a decimal point at the end. So these are the same things, except for float free and integer free. Minus 5.5, there's a decimal. 10 point, there's a decimal there. 1.0, that's equal to 1, and 10 with a decimal point at the end is equal to 10. You can also define the floats using scientific notation, with E indicating the power of 10. You are going shopping. Let's make a grocery list so that you can plan your budget. Store the number of cucumbers you want to buy in a variable called cucumbers. Make sure it's at least 1, and that's the appropriate data type. The store doesn't sell partial cucumbers. So we don't want a float. So let's do one called cucumbers, and let's make it 4. Each cucumber costs 3.25 doubloons. Store the price per cucumber in a variable called price per cucumber. Okay, so I'm going to have that. So if they cost 3.25 doubloons each, it's then going to be cucumbers times is 3.25. And the reason I'm doing it like the variable cucumbers is because that way we'll be able to change variable cucumbers, and it'll then end up changing this. We also need to make sure that we put this one first, or else it won't know that the cucumbers exist. And I accidentally went one step ahead of it on calculating how much it will cost. So now the total cost is what I was doing before. So I'm going to do that, and it's going to be cucumbers times price per cucumber. Okay, so I meant to put cucumbers. So now we're able to print out the total cost. And it's 13 right there. So it's actually a float. But if you don't, but it can also end up being an integer instead. Yeah. If programming is the act of teaching a computer,
All right, thank you so much, guys. So we're going to do that right now. So we're going to break into rooms. I know there's a lot for you guys actually. So quickly,
Mr. Daddy.
yes, 1 minute. So I know there's a lot for you guys. So before I start, I want to have leads in the room. So if you can raise your hands. Also, if you can raise your hand, I'm going to lower your hand. So if you want to be leads in the so please do raise your hand. So I also want, if you want to be leads, I want to be sure that you know what to do. Do you get it now? So that you can help as many people within the team. So that's very, very important. So that, you'll be the one leading the team and telling them, okay, this is what you need to do. So we would look into those things that we've done, how to update variables and comments, and the last thing that we do. So if you're able to do it up to comments, that's fine. So update the variable and do the comments. And most of you guys already know how to do comments.
Mr. Daddy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you be muted, please, and let me finish? It's okay. Thank you. So I want you guys to look into this, please. One thing, like I said, start with updating the variables, also do the comments as well. So so one thing I can say right now, I think I've got 5 people in their hands. So okay, I'm going to make you the lead. But
Excuse me, Mr. Digit.
So can I finish, Jasera, please? It's okay. Thank you. Okay. You've got your answer, but I'll call you. Okay. So so one thing I want to do right now, I'll break you into rooms. But before we do that, I want someone first. 1 minute. So let me see if the rooms is okay. Okay, all right. I think that seems to be fine, to be honest. So from the list I've got right now. So what is going to happen now? I will lower your hands. I will ask you again later. So I need someone, right, that we want to kind of show us, right, before we go into the breakout room, maybe 15 minutes or so. If you want to kind of, let me lower your hands. So I'll give you, the person will share the screen, quickly go through what we've done today in the next 15 minutes. If you want to raise your hand, so you want to say, okay, I will show you what you've done today quickly, and then we'll break into rooms. Who want to do that? Okay. Yasser, is that a question or are you showing us?
I want to tell you something. I can't really help. I can help, but I can't really show because I can't go back because I passed there.
You can go back now. If you already passed, you can still go back anyway. You can go back to as many that you want anyway. Just go to course outline, then you can go back to previous ones. And even having said that, there is back button. Okay, Tolu, do you want to do that?
Okay. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Do you want to share your screen, please?
Okay. Let me
So
share it.
I will stop